4 poems today, all written by a poet, and all dealing with one theme. The subject is love, as it develops in various stages of perception, knowledge, and acceptance. And the person who found all these was Elizabeth Barrett Browning. Mrs. Browning was an outstanding lyricist of the Romantic Victorian age who, shall we say, suffered quite painfully because of childhood injury, a cruel, tyrannical, and an overly possessive father, and a love relationship carried in utmost secrecy in very restricted manner. Nevertheless, she became an outstanding poet of her era, and this circle of poets she met Robert Browning. Romance bloomed at 40. Through letters, both fell in love. The following is a sequence of sonnets which Mrs. Browning recorded under the guise of translation from Portuguese, telling the different stages of her love for her husband, Robert Browning. The first, Sonnet 1, tells her hopelessness at her condition, resigning herself to death until love came to her. I thought once how Theocritus had sung of the sweet years, the dear and wished-for years, who each one in a gracious and hand pierce, to bear a gift for mortals, old or young. And as I mused it in his empty tongue, I saw, in gradual vision through my tears, the sweet, sad years, the melancholy years, those of my own life, who by turns had flung a shadow across me. Straightway I was aware, so sweeping, how a mystic shape did move behind me, and drew me backward by the hair, and a voice set in mastery. While I strove, guess now who holds thee? Death, I said. Wow. The silver answer rang, not death, but love. In the second poem, Sonnet 7, Mrs. Browning shows how love has changed her world and how it inspires her to live life fully. The face of all the world has changed, I think. Since the first I heard the footsteps of thy soul, move still, oh, still, beside me, as they stole betwixt me in the dreadful outer brink of obvious death, where I, who thought to sink, was caught up into love, and taught the whole of life in a new rhythm. The cup of dole God gave us baptism. I am the fain to drink, and praise its sweetness, sweet, with thee anear the names of country, heaven, are changed away. For where thou art shalt be, there or here, and this lute song loved yesterday, the singing angels knew, are only dear because thy name moves right away, and they say. At this stage, Sonnet 14, the poet begins to fall in love, but expresses some misgivings, wanting to be sure it is not just an an infatuation, as they say nowadays. If thou wouldst love me, let it be naught, except for love's sake only. Do not say, I love her for her smile, her look, her way of speaking gently, for a trick of thought that fells well with mine, and a certes brought the sense of pleasant ease in such day. For these things in themselves, beloved, may be changed, changed for thee, and love, so wrought, may be on whatso. Neither love me for thine own love's pities, wiping my cheeks dry. A creature might forget to be, who wore thy comfort long, and lose thy love hereby. But love me for love's sake, that evermore thou loves, love on, thought through love's eternity. In Sonnet 38, Mrs. Browning shows the great excitement she feels at every act of love, and the deep meanings she gives for the first kiss, and still the second and the third kiss. First time he kissed me, but only kissed the fingers of his hands wherewith I write. And ever since, it grew more clean and white. Slow to the world of greetings, quick with its own least. When the angel speaks, a ring of amethyst I could not wear here. Plainer to my sight than the first kiss. The second passed in height than the first, and sought the forehead, and half missed, half falling on the hair, oh, beyond me. That was the chrism of love, which love's own crown, with sanctifying sweetness did proceed. The third upon my lips was folded down on perfect state, since when, indeed, I have been proud and set, my love, my own. Finally, in Sonnet 43, the poet's love rises to great heights, immeasurable in time and place. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth, the breadth, and height my soul can reach when feeling out of sight. For the ends of being an ideal grace, I love thee to the level of everyday's most quiet need. By the sun and by the candlelight, I love thee freely, as men strive for right. I love thee purely, as they turn from praise. I love thee with a passion to put use. I love thee with a love I seem to lose, with my lost sins. I love thee with a breath, smiles, tears, all my life, and if God choose, I shall but love thee after death. Certainly you would like to know where all these sonnets led to. Elizabeth and Robert Browning finally won their love and eloped to Italy, where Elizabeth enjoyed good health and rich married life. But after 15 idyllic years together, Elizabeth Barrett Browning died, and Robert Browning returned to London with his. Sonnets for the Portuguese by Elizabeth